Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Harmonix Twitch channel for a super special stream. We have Basement with us straight from the UK, heading over here for their US tour. Hello.
Hey, what's up?
Hi.
How's it going?
Good.
When did you arrive here in the US?
We all arrived yesterday at various times.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool. So you synced back up
Oh,
this
yeah.
morning.
Yeah,
Great.
Absolutely.
Cool. So let's go over some quick introductions. Who are you and what do you do in Basement?
I'm Andrew, and I sing.
I'm Duncan and I play bass.
I'm Ronan and I play the guitar.
I'm Alex, I play guitar.
I'm James and I play the drums.
Awesome. Very cool. So for the folks at home, could you give us a brief history of Basement? You know, how long have you guys been playing together and what are you on tour for this time?
How long have you been a band?
7 years.
7 years.
7 years.
Yeah.
Mhm.
We're from Ipswich in England, which is like a small town. We pretty much all live around that area, so that's how we met. And some people played in different bands in that area, and we kind of met up. And me and Ronan went to school together, so we kind of just had made friends through that, and then joined the band. And we've been playing shows since then. We had a brief time where we didn't play shows, and now we're touring again. And we're on tour with Thursday and Touche, and first show is tonight at the House of Blues.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very cool. That's exciting.
Yeah, it's gonna be cool. We never played there before.
It's a big one.
So
Yeah.
I've always wondered, ever since I heard of your band, where did the name Basement come from? Like, were you all in a basement when it
Yes.
happened?
It's geographical convenience.
Yeah. Well, no, Andrew said that he was like, oh, we had a friend's band called Daylight, and he was like, I like that it's just a one-word band name that doesn't mean anything. You don't associate it with literal daylight. And he was like, you just associate it with the music, so something very simple. And
Right.
then he just was like, why not just call it Basement? Like, my room was down in
He
the
lived in a
basement.
basement. At the
So
time.
it was true.
Yeah.
He lived
Ah,
in
nice.
the basement of his mum's house.
Yeah.
And that's where we used to hang out.
Yeah. I
And I
mean,
was like,
it's uncommon in England as well.
Yeah.
You're the only house in England
And
that
here they call
has a
them
basement.
English basements, don't they?
I didn't know
In
that.
Richmond, they call if you live underground like that, it's called an English basement. And I was like, what is that?
Yeah.
But
We have none of them in England. That
Yeah.
makes no sense.
But in America,
really
it's so
work on
common.
something?
Like,
Yeah.
everyone's like, oh, yeah, I live in parents' basement.
Right.
That's just like not really
That's
a
just
thing.
common.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool. So what sort of musical influences do you guys have?
ask a
All over
different
the
member.
place, really,
and
aren't
get a
we?
different answer.
We all have similarities, but we're all very different in certain ways. Like, I guess I prefer the heavier stuff, but we all kind of like it's very, very spread out. Yeah.
We were looking through the rock band names, and everyone was picking like,
You Smash Mouth.
Yeah.
The first thing,
Yeah.
the first thing you
You
chose.
Smash
Paramore.
Mouth. You Smash
Foo
Mouth.
Fighters was there, Jimmy World was there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Smash
Yeah.
Mouth.
Of course.
Yeah.
So you did mention earlier that, you know, there was a period of time where you guys weren't playing together and now you're back on tour for Promise Everything. So I'm wondering, you know, what was it like getting back together and having that experience of taking a break and then, you know, returning?
It was great.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
as soon as anyone mentioned it, we were like really excited to do it again.
Yeah.
So I think as soon as that happened and everyone was 100% on board to do more stuff, it's been awesome.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah.
It seems almost refreshing to come
Oh,
back
yeah.
to it.
Yeah, it definitely
Yeah.
was.
made us like really appreciate it. I think other bands maybe get a bit tired of it, and obviously at times you get tired, but I don't know, it really made us like appreciate that we actually get to tour and people actually cared enough that we actually got kind of like a second chance. It was
Right,
actually
right.
pretty cool.
Yeah,
That's
there was no second thoughts when it came to it.
Yeah.
I think I kind of remember we were all at a practice and we were all like, should we just get back together? And we were like, yeah, all right. Well, there was no like deliberation about it. As soon as the idea came up, we were like, absolutely,
I remember
let's
seeing
go for
everyone's
it.
face being like,
Yeah,
let's do
Oh
it.
yeah, I remember that now.
yeah.
I was really nervous to bring it up because
Yeah.
I've been thinking about it for a minute, and because I was one of the main people that wanted to stop, I was like, do I have the right to bring it up? I'm wondering if everyone's be like, no, I'm done with it, and then. But I can't remember why we were practicing. What were
We were practicing because we were going to record, but we hadn't even decided if we were going to
Right.
play shows yet.
There you go.
So it was kind of weird,
Yeah.
but it made sense.
Yeah, seemed to work itself
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
I didn't think that Andrew would ever get to that point where he was like, yeah, I want to tour again. So I just figured it was always just going to be like a very part-time kind of hobby background thing. But then Andrew was like, no, it's, yeah, I'm down. I was like, well, all right, let's do it.
Cool. That's great. So how would you describe your sound in the new album that you guys have?
It's rock music, isn't it?
Rock band,
That's
baby.
good.
It's very
Rock
straightforward.
band.
Rock band.
Yeah.
Scratch the back.
Melody, percussion,
Some drums in there, definitely.
some boys. There's some drums in there. Yeah.
It's hard to describe without sounding like a moron, but rock.
Yeah, punk rock,
Yeah,
rock,
that's cool.
alternative rock.
I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, alternative rock. I like that.
Yeah, alternative rock. We'll go with alternative rock.
Great.
Wow.
Easy. Sorted.
Nailed
There we
it.
go. Yeah. Well, this is at home.
You know which camera to look at.
Yeah.
I worked out the
There we go.
Oh, it's a
Oh,
trick.
winked. That was gross.
So, as you were saying earlier, you guys got together to record and stuff. So, what is your recording process like when you're making these songs?
It's laughable.
There's a reasonable laugh.
Well, we usually come together with a handful of half-written songs, and then we'll spend 5 or 6 days writing and recording an album. Yeah. Many months later, it'll come out.
Before now, we never had time to be in a band. So it was always like during someone's time off of school or time off of work. So we would cram everything into the most ridiculous amount of time. So previous writing experiences has been, like you said, people's ideas, bits and pieces sent over email, and then you get together and you try and do everything in a week. Now, hopefully, when we started writing the stuff, it's not going to be anything like that. So, yeah, I don't think most bands do it like that. I don't know. I guess it depends how much time you dedicate to the band, but we never had that much time.
Sure.
So.
We've been doing we've had one writing session so far. We at the end of a tour we stayed in California and just wrote at this Airbnb house and just just wrote for a week, and that was really cool and came up with a bunch of ideas, and we're trying to do that again maybe at the end of this tour around about that time, and then we'll probably have another one and then hopefully be ready to actually go into the studio, and it already feels like a way different experience.
Yeah,
Right.
be prepared this time.
Yeah.
Cool. Very cool. So you did release a deluxe version of Promise Everything, right? And I know that includes a couple extra bonus tracks on it.
Yep.
So what was it like kind of returning to that album and adding and creating more for it?
Good, I think.
Yeah,
There was no way for someone else.
We're trying to be polite to speak.
There was no reservations about going back to it. Like when people proposed the idea, we were like, absolutely, yeah, let's try and kind of add more to it and give it an extra, give it some more life.
Yeah. Just releasing it would have been cool and just do a reissue. But when they were like, "Do you want to add some new stuff?" We're like, "Yeah, definitely." So we did acoustic songs, and we had actually recorded a cover previously that we'd been waiting to do something with, and that just worked out
Perfect moment.
perfectly. Exactly.
Yeah.
And then when we re-recorded "Promise Everything," that was just like, all right, put it all together, and it worked. So
Cool.
it's good.
Nice. Awesome. So because we are all of U.S. citizenship here, I was curious what you can tell us about the music scene in England.
I think we'll focus on what our shows are like.
Yeah.
Because I think
That's
that's a
fine.
cool way to focus on
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
The shows that we play in the UK are great, and the people that come out are awesome, and we always have a good time. And the last tour we did there was awesome because we did smaller shows that we hadn't done in a while, and we thought it'd be cool to do a few nights in each city rather than just do lots of different cities. So we did some more intimate shows, and that was really good. I don't think, we've always done good tours there. It's been really good. So we've always had a good time in the UK playing shows.
Yeah.
Especially the city of Leeds. We played. It was the last 2 shows of the last tour. It was 2 of the craziest shows we've ever played. It was unreal. Something about that. Whenever we go to that city, for some reason the kids they appreciate it so much. They're so excited. And so we know when we go there it's going to be good.
Yeah.
And it's nice to have that at home, that you've got that one city that we can go
Right.
to and always have a good gig.
Yorkshire.
Yorkshire, they love it down there.
One thing
Up
I've realised that I think helps American bands is that you have VFW halls and all these different. I feel there's just more availability to have shows. I think there's venue-wise, growing up, if you're a young kid, I think there's just more options. Where in England, I'm just trying to think. It's just pubs, and pubs obviously you have to be over 18. So I think it kind of limits it. All ages venues, they're just not that common in England. It's
And if they are, they get shut down because people don't like the noise, and as soon as they see more than 5 people hanging out, it's an issue.
It's a problem, yeah.
Yeah. So no, I think you're right. It is hard. When we used to put shows on, we had a hard time finding venues. They were either too big or too small, or wouldn't allow us to have live music, and we'd pretend we were putting on an event and then have a band, and then the people that owned it would turn up, and so it is an issue. So for smaller independent shows,
Yeah.
But
think also it's like a space thing, isn't it? Like America has
Yeah,
so
that's
much
true.
space, so like these VFW halls are kind of in the middle of nowhere, whereas everything in England's crammed together. Like you said, if we're making noise, it's like going to be probably affecting.
Everyone can hear it.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't know. I think that's one thing I definitely was thinking about. Like when we started playing shows in our little local bands, it was usually at a pub. So you have to be of a certain age. So at a younger age, you're kind of limited to actually
Sure.
playing those kind of DFW halls or like kind of house shows. I don't know. It just lacks
We used
that.
to have to like sneak him in some shows because when we started, James was 16,
Yeah.
and he wasn't allowed to be at. We'd be on a tour and we'd be at a venue that was a pub, and
Right.
you had to be 18 to be in it.
Just to play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes they're like lenient because they're like you're in the band or whatever, but
Right.
sometimes they're not.
Yeah.
So.
Yep. That's also true in the U.S. as well.
Yeah.
There's similar things, especially with 21 plus venues.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. Cool. So Alex, I had heard that you spent some time in Boston in your recent past.
Well, I live here, so
Yeah.
I've been here for 5 years and moved here when we were like just on hiatus, and I was working for the label that we were on, Run for Cover. So yeah, I've been here, still here.
Yeah.
Love it. It's awesome.
So while you've been here, do you have any favorite spots in Boston or places that you really like to go to?
Yeah, I really like eating at El Palone. Like,
Yes. Oh
the
my
best.
gosh.
Yeah, it's-
I just walked past there a couple days ago.
It's
love
real
that
good.
place.
I love going there. And then obviously most things I like doing in Boston are usually around the summertime. So like going to the Esplanade and just like cycling or like skating and just like being outside. It's like I love Boston in the summer, so that's awesome. And they have like the new Lynch skate park, which is awesome. And going to a Fenway game is always awesome, just because it's just kind of an awesome feeling. It's such an intimate.
You're going to be right there tonight.
Yeah,
The House
yeah.
of Blues is across the street.
And they have an entrance that says
Ipswich.
like Ipswich Gate, like the Ipswich Street, and that's where we're from. So I wanted to
There you
get a
go.
picture outside that. Which
I
is
think
Yeah.
there's the
cool.
best pizza in
What was it?
Still,
just
that's
one
the
place
worst
there.
pizza.
We ate there. It was fine.
What if they're watching this?
I don't care.
I
Little
liked
Steve,
it.
you
It was
suck.
fine.
I hate your pizza. You
Big
love it.
Steve. Big Steve.
Big,
Was it Big Slice Little Price?
No, it's terrible.
Quite expensive.
It's not
It's
terrible.
really not
Fine.
terrible.
It's fine.
Dude, it's not terrible.
This is really not what I expected out of this question.
Well,
Yeah.
No, yeah.
But shout out JP Licks. We all agree.
Yeah,
We
they're
like
great.
Licks.
JP Licks.
food divides and also
Unites.
unites.
Unites, yes.
So it's a thing.
Always a
fun
point of topic
Yeah.
of conversation. Yeah. Cool. So about your tour, I know you guys are starting your first show tonight at the House of Blues, but where else are you headed in the U.S. for your tour?
Everywhere.
Everywhere.
It's crazy.
Cool
It's
so-
major city.
Pretty much.
I've been excited about this for
like
ages.
it's down through the south, like through Texas and stuff, and up through the west coast, and
Yep.
then across the top, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Are
pretty
you
much
gonna
a
be
whole
hitting
circle.
It's like a
Canada?
loop. Yeah, sorry.
Not
No,
Canada
not
this time.
not
Okay.
this tour.
So just U.S.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
But we have been to Canada before, and
Yeah.
it was
And we
pretty
want to
cool.
go back
Yeah.
because it's sick.
Ate
Canada is
poutine
so
every
nice,
day.
so pretty.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it
great.
is really cool.
McDonald's pizza.
So while you're in between shows, obviously, you're very busy when you're playing your shows, but, on the way down to the next city or whatnot, what sort of things do you do in your free time?
Eat.
Clearly. Yeah.
Yeah, eat.
It also fluctuates. We're definitely a fad band. We get into things intensely. And then give up on them. Well, I definitely give up on them very quickly.
I've done everything.
So currently, it's something that Alex is particularly into is Magic the Gathering.
Oh, man.
Particularly into is a massive understatement.
Yeah.
He
I
is
have quite a few
obsessed.
conversations with you about that.
Yeah, I kind of got hooked on that. So
Very cool.
Got a
I'm
few-
dipping my toes in the pool.
Yeah.
We all dipped.
We all got the
but many left and retreated quickly.
I'm
Andrew's
around,
there. Andrew's chilling.
I'm wading.
Well, once you take the full dive, you really can't get out.
yeah,
Yeah.
he's
Yeah. Yep.
drowning.
Yeah.
He's
I went to
currently
the game store in just outside of Cambridge the other day and went and bought some cards and played down there. It was pretty cool.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much what I'm gonna be doing on tour. It's just
I'm going to try and play
Yeah.
on this tour for a bit.
I left my cards at home, so
Yeah.
There you
On purpose.
no, not on purpose.
we did get really excited, and everyone went and bought a bunch of cards. And I don't think anyone.
I think there's nothing in mine I could use though. I was
Yeah.
like looking at it, I was like, this is all I can't, because I don't know how to play for a start. But yeah, it wasn't bad.
You love coffee, you love beer, you love.
Yeah, that's true.
We do love coffee and beer, all of us.
Every single one of us.
Yeah, no, yeah, that's
We do that a lot.
The local fair, I think, we're all
Yeah.
interested, aren't we?
We're local
I
stuff.
love a good fair.
Working out.
Fun fair.
Crowd likes to work out.
in the parking lot where we're staying or whatever.
At the local fair.
On the local fair.
Local
On show.
fair.
The local fair.
Is it local fair?
Yeah,
Nice.
Local
that's
fair.
all we like.
Great.
A local fair.
So this morning, we actually just announced that your song "Promise Everything" will be coming to Rock Band 4 as purchasable DLC this week, which is pretty sweet. Also, "Promise Everything" is also on the Rock Band VR soundtrack, which is very cool. Rock Band VR just came out last week. So
cool.
my first question out of the RBVR section is, what's it like having your song in a game specifically about virtual reality?
So
Cool.
cool.
Very strange.
Yeah.
It's
Very cool.
like
It's awesome.
the whole concept of VR in itself is mind blowing. So to have our music involved with kind of like the progression of that technology is really, really cool. It's very, very exciting.
I hope one day it will be just reality.
Yeah, plug me in and never take me out.
It was definitely crazy
It's
too.
not far away.
Yeah. No, just playing that game and like thinking about someone, I don't know, trying to do our song was like pretty.
It will be the
insane.
easiest song on the
Yeah.
game.
Yep. No, but
That's
that was
amazing.
really fun. The game looks sick. And
Yeah.
It's
takes a
actually
bit of practice, but
just insane.
it is.
It's
When we
actually
were
just
taking
insane.
off the goggles,
Yeah.
everyone was like,
Yeah. So, like, what was your favorite part about playing Rock Band VR just a few minutes ago?
You're completely immersed.
Yeah.
Like when the last time I played, I forgot that I was in a room full of people. Like I was completely immersed in the game. I was saying that I teleported onto the drum riser.
Yep.
I genuinely thought I was going to fall off. I was like, oh. And I was like, no, I'm in a video game. Stop. But
It messes with your mind because like the way that your eyes work is you get like neural activity and it does it.
Teacher.
So, like,
smart.
so it's like, the fact that you're being fed false information is terrifying. Because like I remember James put it on and immediately turned to his right and like you could see him go because he couldn't deal with it. And then when you take it off
He was too
and
close
you
to me, though.
see
He's like that guy, yeah.
like everyone is real and what you've been looking at for 5 minutes is not what's real and you think it is.
Dude, what if this isn't real?
Wow.
Whoa.
Is that what you
Mind
want?
I don't know if I can handle this anymore.
yeah, it's too far, man. You kind of ruined my life.
Yep, I'll do
There's
that.
nothing
I've done
more
that
to
I have to think about that. Yeah. So I know we played a little bit of Rock Band beforehand, Rock Band 4. But have you played Rock Band in the past or any similar?
Ages ago.
I played it
games?
when the first one came out.
Yep. 10 years ago.
Yeah, in a
Decade, yeah.
HMV in
Yeah,
Ipswich, they had a set. It's like
did that
a
too.
DVD game store in England, and they had it just come out, and they had like the guitars and the like everything set up, the demo, and I played it there, and I was like, I can't believe they have like literally every single instrument.
Yeah.
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 It's
pretty
found it really
mind-blowing.
hard though to play the guitar stuff as a guitarist. Like,
Yeah.
I want
Right,
to play
right.
like exactly how I think I would play it, but you just can't. You've got to just like detach yourself from it and just focus on the
Yeah.
colors and stuff. But it's hard. I was playing it just now with Smash Mouth. It was killing me.
Smash Mouth is so awesome.
Yeah,
so
they're a
cool,
great band. I don't know if
dude,
you've heard
You
of
should
them.
check Smash Mouth out.
I didn't know this movie. It's an upcoming movie called Shrek.
Oh yeah.
It's pretty sick.
Sounds good.
Yeah, sounds good.
It was that one time. Yeah.
Yeah.
So other than Magic, which I know you are pretty heavily invested in at this moment, are you also gamers of other varieties? Do you play video games at home? Do you play other games?
I play a lot of video games. Yeah.
What are you
Currently-
playing at the moment? Dan?
At the moment, I am very deep into The Witcher 3.
Oh, nice.
It's my second time around trying to play it. I bought it when it first came out, and I couldn't quite figure it out. And now, bought it around a second time, and I honestly can't stop thinking about it. It's the best looking game I've ever played.
You miss
The
it?
biggest. I really do.
Yeah.
Dude, let's
Really
buy
do.
I wanted to get that.
on
What's that
tour.
new one? I always tell you I
Oh,
want to get.
Horizon Zero Dawn.
Yeah, but I was,
Yeah.
I was back home
That
for like a
is
week.
said to be
and I was
very,
like,
very
oh,
good.
I'll wait
Yeah.
until we finish this tour. Cause
Yeah, because we did have a week in between this tour and the last tour, and I was thinking about getting it, but I was like,
Yeah.
I know, I'll just literally play it constantly
Right.
and then be really upset that I have to leave it for this.
For this virtual reality. Yeah.
But yeah, The Witcher 3, that's currently the game that I'm very heavily into.
Yeah, that's awesome. Anybody else
Yeah.
gamers in here?
yeah.
I dabble.
Bit,
I like the social, the antisocial aspect of it. It's like getting into it and getting just like detaching from reality for a bit. I used to be quite into the Final Fantasy games, but having said that, I was into one very heavily when 15 years ago when Final Fantasy 8
Which one
came
was
out.
it? 8?
Yeah. I got the newest one, which is cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nintendo head back, yeah.
Oh, I like it. I like it all. I like a wide mix. My favourite games are probably Zelda games, but then my favourite, I think, beat that was The Last of Us because it was just so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
And
was
then the
unbelievable.
Yeah.
Uncharted games are also cool. But yeah, I don't know, anything like that.
I played a game recently. Is it called Until Dawn? Is that what it's called?
That's
Yeah.
a great
Yeah.
game.
That's the one with
never-
all the choices.
I've
Yeah.
never played
Yeah.
anything
Yeah.
like that before. And I went around my friend's house and he was like, "Oh, do you want to play it?" And I went round for dinner and I was like, "No, not really." Like, but I'm here to see you. But we were on it for like 4 hours. Like, because it became the whole thing.
Right.
And it was great. And the whole idea of the choices affecting the game. And I like horror films as well. So I
It's
was
such
like,
a cinematic game.
dude,
You really
Yes.
get
I was
sucked
Yeah.
in.
like jumping the whole
definitely.
time. It was cool. It was
I played a demo of it like years ago when it wasn't even out yet, and I was like, again, it kind of detached me from reality, and I was just, staring at a screen with headphones, and I was freaking out about it.
Wow.
Yeah,
It was really
I
cool.
played it all the way through on my own in the dark. When it and
We
I don't
turned
know
the lights
why.
off.
Yeah, I
It's
don't know why I
cool.
decided to do it on my own. It was really when I finished it, I was like, I enjoyed that, but I feel weird.
You
now.
know the bit in the the psychoanalyst office where
Yeah.
he's like asking you through pictures and which
Yeah.
one scares you more? And I finished it and Tom just goes, "You know what you just did, right?" I was like, "What?" It was like, "You just told him that you're scared of clowns." And I was like, "Oh," because I picked up all the things like, "Ew, clown, go away." Yeah, that's cool. I thought it was really cool.
Nice.
Yeah, I played Sonic and what's it called, Mario, when I was like growing up.
The new
and
ones.
then- Yeah, no, I Nintendo and Sega, and then wasn't really like a gamer, but I liked playing it. But my brother used to have the Xbox. Is it Xbox 360 the first one? Or that, one
Xbox was the first one, and then 360.
Yeah, so he has 360, and we used to play like one of the Call of Duty games. Just me, and that's the only time I'd ever game was going back to England playing with him. So the other day I looked on Craigslist and there was one on there like really cheap, so I just bought one and just bought that game and just have it at the house. And then Duncan came as soon as he flew in. I was like, "You want to play some COD?" He was like, "Yeah." We were like playing like gun game and just like playing some like little just like death matches and stuff. Which is
My
fun.
favorite is the zombie levels in that one, where you just
I
have
love
to
the
defend
zombies.
all the
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
scary for
yeah,
me.
something-
I love horror films, but I can't. As soon as you put me in a game, I love watching someone play a horror game.
I'm
I
the
just
same.
Yeah, same.
can't
Yeah.
do it.
Yeah.
It's just terrible. Even like I said,
It's
my favourite,
terrifying.
Last of Us, right? I just every time there was a scary bit, I said to my friend, "You have to do it," and he was like, "I'm scared." And I was like, "You have to do this bit. I'm gonna watch it. I bought it." You play
It's a
it.
great excuse.
Yeah,
it's terrifying.
It's my game.
We all got heavily into Counter-Strike on the PC
yes.
a while back
was in
online,
high school.
and never ended. We loved that. That was great.
Dude, who was in a clan? Is anyone in a clan?
We were in the clan. We turned it up. We made it.
I told
Oh,
someone.
yeah, but that doesn't
Suffolk.
count.
I told
Could
someone
we-
the little mod we used to do. Put the piece of blue tack right where so you could no scope people. Do you remember
Yeah,
that?
yeah,
That?
yeah.
Cheating.
Yeah, well, yeah,
Yeah.
no, cheating. Yeah, you got to.
Camper, are you?
Noob camper.
Sounds like a noob back
I think
then.
I was the noob.
Oh my gosh.
Sega. So,
Go back to Sega.
I know.
No, Sega was sick.
Tangent.
It's all good. So, I mean, this about concludes it, but if you want to tell any folks where they can find you online and anything else you'd like to say.
Got
Social media, man.
Social
Hit 'em
media.
up. Hit 'em up.
Facebook.
Wow. Wow.
There's it's on Facebook. We've got Instagram. Basement.
What's the Instagram?
Basement
What's the
UK.
handle?
At Basement UK. Used to be
Yeah.
Basement Band.
So you
Someone
can't-
had the one we
Don't
wanted.
need to know that.
Someone had it for ages and they weren't using it, so we tried to get it off.
Someone else talk. Someone else talk.
And then Twitter.
Basement UK.
Basement UK.
It's never been basement bad.
It's always been basement UK. Except Snapchat, which is dead. But
Snapchat, there you
Facebook
go.
UK.
MySpace if you look hard.
Oh, no.
Bebo.
Spotify.
Spotify. We've got
Any
Spotify.
real streaming service.
Stream it.
Yeah, you can stream it.
And now, Rock Band.
And then
Yay!
Rock band.
you can be in the
Thank
band.
you, Rock Band.
Is that it? Should we say
This is fun.
Oh, gosh. Alrighty. Well,
Okay.
great. Thank you guys so much for answering our questions.
Thank
We're going to
you.
get you in the game now. I mean, you're
Yeah.
already in the game,
Thank
but we are
goodness.
going to get you playing the game
Yeah.
shortly.
I've been
So
in the game for years.
we'll take, I don't know, a couple seconds to switch things around, and we will get you back on for Rock Band 4.
awesome?
Cool.
Sounds good.
Awesome.